Hi everybody, it's Dara and it's dinner time and I want to talk about why people are afraid of raw food. It's about 6:36 California time. Hey Melissa, hey Tommy. So basically, that was quick you guys. So oh my gosh, anytime you change your diet and eat more raw food, you might feel sick. And we have to remember that it's called detox. So it happened to me today. Like, I eat so clean, but I've been eating quinoa and I've been eating cooked food. And all day yesterday, I ate pretty much fruit all day. And then I had a salad with just avocado. And this morning I had a sapote, a black sapote pudding. So it was like 2 large sapotes that were very, very ripe. And I felt really, really sick after I ate it. And I was like, was the sapote way too ripe, like borderline not good, rotten ripe, and I ate bacteria? I don't know. But here's the thing. You do the same thing no matter what. If you have a bellyache, or you feel nauseous, you have ginger tea or peppermint tea. You hopefully have a home water ritual bag, an enema bag. That will help you to get rid of headaches or detox symptoms. It helps whatever wants to come out, come out. So I did that tea, water ritual, took a bath, and I lie down. And I also asked myself, well, what does the universe want from me? What does my higher self want from me? And why did this happen? And basically it happened so that I could stay and sit still, which is not always easy for me, and do this work that I have been working on. I also took a little bit of grapefruit seed extract, which is really good to have in the house. I had 3 drops of grapefruit seed extract in water and I felt better. So thank you, my loves. Hi, Dante. Hi, Gary. Oh no, there's no fruit in the store. The shelves are empty. We're sending you warm hugs, Gary. So what I want everyone to know is that you might eat and then I also considered that maybe it was just an enormous amount of fiber, and I stuck with the fruit today. But now it's time. I had and then I had like dragon fruit, and then I had nectarine, and then I had some of these little clementines, and now I really feel the need to have put this away. We're having a tea, an ashwagandha turmeric tea. I have flowers from Valentine's Day, and they smell so pretty. And so what happens is when you might feel sick when you start eating raw food, really, because you have all the fiber in there starting to fluff up and get rid of whatever is stuck inside the colon, right? And whatever is in our bodies that we want to get out. So we have to just know that anytime we up our game with our diet, everybody can up level, right? You name what you're eating, you can up level. Everybody. So it's your own level of optimal health. So I want to get to mine. And I didn't decide to eat fruit. It wasn't an academic reason. It sort of happened because 2 people very close to me on 2 different occasions. One, my daughter and I were looking at Instagram and looking at Miami fruit and fruits to roots in Ghana. And we were like, fruit. And I was like, I think we should do fruit for a little bit. And then I realized, yeah, I would love to do fruit. It gives me so much energy. It makes me very happy. It makes me want to exercise. You just have to make sure if you eat a lot of fruit, you're not eating a lot of fat and no animal anything. And then you make sure you move your body. You wouldn't want to just sit, eat a lot of fruit sugar and not move. And I can explain why you don't want to have fat with the sugars, but you can eat the fruits. So I ate fruits all day and then mineralize. It's really important to mineralize. Shilajit is a really great shilajit they're minerals from the Himalayas. And I get mine from Omega Organics. You can get powdered form from them. You can also buy natural resin, like a resin. Natural Shilajit is a company. So it's really important for all of us to mineralize because our fruits don't necessarily have all the minerals that were intended by Mother Nature. So I will tell you, you may feel detoxy, which I do right now. You may feel really tired. You may feel nauseous. You may feel like you have a fever or a hot flash. So many things can happen, and you ride it out. You drink a lot of water. You drink a lot of tea. Hopefully you can make yourself some green juice. Celery is very mineralizing. So eat celery, juice celery. I might add some celery to my meal. So what I have right now is carrot I've peeled. I have an avocado, which is going to be so satisfying, a little Persian cucumber left over, and a nice fresh bunch of spinach. And I have lemon, and I'll have salt. I'm not going to use olive oil. If I wanted to, I'd just use a titch. I'm sorry, anyone in Texas right now and in the South, I'm sending you such warm hugs. I keep thinking, I didn't feel well today, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky that I'm not super cold and that I have this food and that all I need to do is rest and work on whatever I was working on. It sort of stopped me in my tracks to just kind of, be very slow and respectful of the body wanting to stay quiet and slow today. There's no avocados. I'm sending you some, Gary. We're going to have some purple cabbage. I've decided that purple cabbage, any cabbage, celery, carrots, apples make a great economic raw food choice. They stay in the refrigerator a long time, so they don't perish quickly, and they're filled with a lot of fiber, and they fill you up, and they're wonderful. So we're going to be having that. Dante, you're in Texas too. It's got to be a wild time. Is the power back on? Well, I think it must be. Yes. So how it goes, let's say you did want to do a week of 80-10-10 by Douglas Graham, or you started watching Dr. Robert Morrison, you really want to do the fruit cleansing healing diet. Let's say you're not feeling well, or you're feeling depressed, or you want to do this. If you're feeling low, it will lift you up. Fruit makes you feel high, literally. Roots and shoots kind of alkalize and they're to the ground, right? And then actual potatoes are very grounding. So if you want to feel lifted, you will eat fruit. What happens is, I'll explain in my rudimentary way, cells love sugar. The fruit sugar goes into the cell. You eat the fruit. Yay, the cell is happy. What happens is if you eat fat, and there's two reasons not to have fat in fruit. Well, more than two, but I'm going to explain two. So if you eat a lot of fat, and it's in the bloodstream, it's going to coat around the cell, making the cell less permeable to the sugars. The fat, it's like a fat coating, and then the sugars end up in the blood, and then you end up with too much sugar in your blood, which spikes your insulin. That's one reason. The other reason is that you go to eat fruit, and this is going to digest so quickly, right? If you eat fat, this is why you don't eat fat and then fruit. You eat fat. Avocado is the best, but let's say you had a hunk of cheese and then it's going to take a long time to digest, and then you eat fruit after it, and the fruit goes through quickly, and it's going to go and create bubbles, and toxin and speed of digestion will cause gas, and gas is another form of something that needs to be toxic and eliminated, right? So it's fecal matter and gas and all of that. You don't want that. It's sticking around. So food combining is important. And I did add a little bit of almond butter into my sapote pudding this morning. And I was like, whatever I did this morning, I will not be repeating. But it was really, now I just feel like maybe I'm detoxing, and that's pretty cool. So you want to, I remember when I did 80-10-10, and I'm not saying this is right for everyone. I'm not saying it's right for anyone. It just sort of fell into my consciousness, and I want to do it. I'm going to I want to lighten up a little bit. Spring is coming. Maybe my skinny jeans are not wearable and my bigger jeans are skinny jeans. Then this is a good thing to do. So When I did it, I ate so many vegetables and so many fruits, high on the fruits, some vegetables, and low on the avocados. So I could have half an avocado for the day. Like I ate fruit all day, and now for this salad, half of avocado is going to be pretty decadent. You can judge how much is right for you. Usually what happens is when you eat fruit in the morning, it's going to dictate the rest of the day. You have a green smoothie in the morning with not a lot of fat, you're not going to be craving the fat. You'll be like, whoa, fat's going to feel too heavy. It happens naturally. So I naturally fell into wanting to do this. I'm naturally detoxifying or feeling a little bit like, different. And I'm going to have maybe a quarter of an avocado and some pine nuts, or a quarter of an avocado and some olive oil, or half an avocado. So yes, avocado is fat, but it's a clean fat. It's a non-processed fat. So a lot of people don't want to have oils because it's processed. I will have a very, very gorgeous, beautiful, cold-pressed olive oil. Purple cabbage and microgreens, yay! Dante, the power is on and off, but got a great oak fire going. That smells beautiful. I could smell it from here. So I don't think it's necessary for everybody to do what I'm doing, but I do think it's necessary for everybody to do this. And if you want to put some more olive oil, you want to put some hummus on it, you want to make a dressing with tahini or nut butter, go for it. Nut and fruits don't go. Nut and seeds and fruits go. You can have seeds with your fruits, no nuts with your fruits. I mean, you could do it in a smoothie, it's all blended up, but you can have nuts with your salad. Oh, Hattie, you know another Dara? Is she a Dara or a Dara? Some of my friends say Dara. Like it's Dara like Sarah, but both are very similar. That's so nice. One of the best women you know. Gosh, 5 degrees and no power. Let's all send a lot of heat and warmth and blessings and hot teas and hot tonics and spicy food. If you want to warm up, jump up and down. Also, anybody jump up and down to get your lymph going. Herbie taught me to rub your wrists together, and Herbie is going to be 93, and he's doing really well. He's in Florida. He looks beautiful. He told me he went raw vegan at 85. He told me I gave him 7 years. He said the last 7 years have been a gift from you, Dara. So I'm telling you, this way of eating is the jam. Like his pineal gland opened up. Herbie decalcified. He remembers things. He is pretty sharp. I feel like it's a detox. That's what I feel like today. If I'm going on fruit for a while, I have more energy than anybody. It's wild. Yesterday, I was like bouncing off the walls. But I think today, it depends like what part of the detox process you're in. Yeah, Kate, you would like to get back on the 80-10-10. It's the best I've ever felt. The only thing that I would say is my dentist didn't like it. I didn't do well with my teeth. So the way to combat that is make sure you brush your teeth after every fruit meal, and also I have a massive amount of shilajit. This is ridiculous, but get a little jar of shilajit. I am soaking a little, I think this is key, really key, you guys, for a lot of us. So I just put some water in the shilajit. You just want to have, a little bit. It's like it's a little plastic thing, and I put water in it in a little dish to kind of get some of the shilajit, not resin. It's like a hard resin. And this is gonna help you when you do 80-10-10. And we're saying 80-10-10. It's Dr. Douglas Graham wrote a book, 80-10-10. You can look it up. I think probably you guys, it's because I was eating a lot of fat. I was having like vegan cream cheeses and hummuses and coconut oils, and I was really definitely having a lot of fat. So I feel right now, Dylan, you too, you're doing low fat too. It just automatically happened. And I think you'll see my face will get a little more chiseled. My body will get a little smaller. I will, and someone asked me this, like, do you force yourself to exercise? Never. Never. I wait until spirit or my body moves me to, and this is how I do it. You first do the food. I cannot stress the importance of not forcing yourself if you're in a lethargic state to work out. You want to spend your lethargy detoxing. Spend your time, your relaxing time. Take a couple of days and cut the fat out of your diet or a lot of it out of your diet, and then you're going to see that your body just naturally wants to stretch. And then you naturally, while you're stretching on the floor, you might naturally want to do a couple sit-ups. You might want to, do some arm circles or some, whatever. You'll naturally move. And I feel the answer is to start with this so that it's a natural, you feel like doing it. That's my opinion. Exercise for projectors. Well, Jenna Zoe at My Human Design is the expert on human design, but since I'm a projector, I'm an expert on being a projector. So human design is a combination of the I Ching, astrology, and Kabbalah. It's pretty amazing. And Jenna said that we can actually be fitter not working out so hard or so much. Like sometimes by doing nothing, we can and that happens to me sometimes when I just give my body a rest for a number of days, I just feel good and lighter. So forcing and doing too heavy, harsh workouts, I would say is not ideal. In my past, I've done them, but I always do better when it's just regular and moderate and fun. Oh my gosh, Kate, me too. I had so much energy on the 80-10-10. It was ridiculous. You had to run on a treadmill before bed or you wouldn't sleep. It's like that. Like you literally all of a sudden during the day be like, I got to get on my bicycle. I got to go. I have to go run. I have to get outside. And it's a good idea to have a treadmill. It's a great idea. These days, it's very good because I do not think it's a good idea to run in a mask if you have to wear a mask where you are. So treadmill, rebounder, jump rope, that's an inexpensive way to get your heart pumping. If you have stairs, going up and down your stairs, dancing, putting on some fun music. I love the Black Eyed Peas. And I think it helps you get rid of brain fog. See, you guys, so how do you feel about being on it for an extended period of time, right? Like, is everybody that was doing it, I think Dan McDonald was pretty 80-10-10, right? The people I know that are still eating super clean and raw, right? Christina Fully Raw, she's so beautiful. Tanny Raw. So these are people you can follow if you're interested. You can look up and watch on YouTube Dr. Robert Morse. I feel that it is a really fun, great, life-affirming diet, provided you got to add chia seeds to your diet. Maybe soak some in water, just a tablespoon and a half overnight, and drink that in the morning. I'm having ground flaxseed every day for omega-3s and chia seed every day. And I'm having shilajit. Keep them out on the counter to remind you. So I'm going to do that right now. Dan the man. So I buy my flax seeds in bulk. I probably got these from Sun Organic Farms, and then I keep the rest in the freezer. Flaxseed goes bad really quickly. So you really do, if you have to buy it already ground, okay, but it's so much fresher. It releases the natural essence and the natural nutrients when you grind it. So you can grind it in a coffee grinder. I have a Vitamix dry container. It's a dry blade. It's just little bit of a different blade. And I grind it fresh in the morning. And then chia seeds, I will soak these. I'm going to make some almond milk tonight. I'm not going to be, I was having so much almond milk and putting cashews in my, that's enough onions. I'm using, this is a wonderful company in Canada. I love the feel. I don't like all beeswax wraps. They're not all created equal. This is my favorite. Nature's beeswax wraps. Beeswax wraps. Say that 10 times. She's in Canada. Lovely, lovely people. One day I hope to do my doobie designs on her beeswax wraps. And this, you guys, is what I'm working on. This is my project that I've been working on. So the reason I had to lay low today and sit still was to work on this. So what were we saying? So I'm returning. So Kate, I agree with you. So much energy. And so if you're feeling low or you're feeling sluggish, or if you've gained the COVID 20 pounds or more, or 10, I go 10 pounds up and down. I think like 118, 120 is like great. And like if I get up to 130, that's like time to go 80, 10, 10. So you're returning to 80, 10, 10 after eating some cooked food for the winter. But I'm realizing I'm much happier and healthier on 80, 10, 10. And even if you, it's raw. Like even if you just eat raw and it's not all fruit, but everything's raw, you're going to feel so much better. Lisa Marie, Gary, no almond milk in store. Oh, I feel so bad, Gary. These flowers are so pretty, aren't they? There's ranunculus and pink rose, and they smell really good. It's let's get some not so pretty things out of the way to bring the pretty in. I think these are foxglove. This looks like Queen Anne's lace, but it's not, I don't think. Well, rose and ranunculus. There's some I don't know. This one? Is it Cosmos? No. I should know. Sweet peas. There's sweet peas. Snapdragon. Or is that delphinium? I gotta take a good look at this. This is just so pretty. Can raw food be warm? Raw food can be warm. Raw food, I don't eat cold food really. Everything I eat is room temperature. When I make smoothies, I don't have them cold. I don't use frozen things in them. Randomly, once in a while I will. If there is no fresh fruit in the house, I'll use frozen. But I love room temperature and I need hot food. And we discovered in human design that I am hot food. That's how I digest life. I'm also routine. So I need my hot drink in the morning. I need my hot drink in the afternoon. And apparently, before making dinner, I need my hot tea. And I will shamelessly reheat this. I keep reheating. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mrs. Panchavia. I've been making your green soups from your ebook. What a treat. Completely raw beet soup, carrot soup. I think there's 2 or 3 green soups. One for people who are not accustomed to greens. One for people who are like, give it to me strong. Everyone should have it. Thank you. And there's 3 ebooks. They come in a trio, so they're bundled together at a really nice price. So you want to see how pretty? I mean, this is what we're up to. And it's going to be flavorful, and I'm going to enjoy chewing it. I'm definitely going to use salt. I'm not in a no salt mood. I don't know, Kate, or you guys who did 80-10-10, if you skip the salt. I think you eventually, I'm having pits fall in here. It's so lazy of me. All I had to do was get my strainer. The pits won't hurt you. They're just bitter. I'm going to fish them out. That's funny. It's like dumb. Not dumb. It's just like, I didn't think there were so many pits in there. I'm just going to get them out. I want a pleasant salad. Once in a while there's a pit and you're like, oh, you're lucky if you got the pit. You love this bowl? Thank you. Me too. The green soups. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to make some green soups. We could put a couple of pine nuts on here. I don't know how I feel like, if I feel like having oil tonight. I think that it's funny. It's got like, it's got that top thing there. It's got it over here on the side. There's like 3 of those things. I don't know what you call that part. The part that normally is like the stem. It had 3. That's unusual. So pretty. I love when there's snow. Yeah, and I think also that's another thing is because I don't need to add salt to my fruit. I have not been having salt, only last night. So it's 2 days of very little salt, and I'm usually heavy on the salt, as you guys probably have figured out, and very low on the fat. All I had was like avocado. So yeah, no wonder I'm feeling like super detox woman. I'm a detox superhero. It's not for the meek, right? Like you have to be a toughie. You have to say, I can take this. I'm in for this. I'm in for the gold. I'm going to feel good past this. You have to have the notion and the remembrance that this too shall pass. So my ebook, Marisa, is if you go to DARA'S.com, you'll see my pretty website that's very fresh. And you can go to ebooks. I think there's a place where there's ebooks, and you'll see the tonics ebook, the soups and smoothies ebook. Tonics are the soups and smoothies are raw, and that's like my answer to life is blend everything, then and have it raw, and take it on the go, and like it's just the most efficient way to get all your nutrients in, and easy for your body to digest, and delicious, and you feel like seriously a superhero. So all these years when I did raw food, people would say, how do I start? And I'd say, give me a napkin, give me a piece of paper, and I would write down little recipes for them. So finally I made the ebook because it's like my answer on how to start being raw. And then it would be a disservice not to have a tonics ebook because I was able to eat a cooling diet. This is not hot, but I'm going to put chili peppers. I was able to eat this way because I had hot drinks, hot tonics, hot Chinese herbs that tonified my spleen. So I didn't have a damp spleen. That's one of the complaints of Chinese practitioners, that this diet causes a damp spleen. But in reality, we need this diet to detoxify all the junk that's in our lives. And then we have the tonic herbs to tonify and warm up our spleen and our digestive fire and tonify our organs. So that's what the Chinese herbs do. That's what my tonics ebook is about. And then recently, after many years of doing raw vegan Thanksgiving, some cooked, some raw, always vegan Thanksgiving. It's a love holiday for me. It was my favorite holiday for my mother. I tried to recreate it so many times after she was gone. It never worked. So this past year I said, all right, I'm going to dedicate this book to her. This is my tribute and my gift and my legacy to Thanksgiving, for every Thanksgiving moving forward for all of us. So I spent 9 days in recipe development, and that's the Doobies Do the Holidays, and it's my cute little Doobies characters, and that's the only place you can get them right now is in that ebook. Little napkin recipes. Hi, Sassy little Frassy. Jemay, you love a large kale salad with olive oil, pumpkin seeds, avocado, and vegan cream cheese. Yes. How do I say? I've never frozen the avocado, Patty. I just kind of eat it the next day. I cover it in one of my beeswax wraps, and I just eat it the next day. If it turns a little brown, I slice off that part. I'm going to, Janae, hopefully inspire you to lessen the meat. There's so many different diets, right? But there is no healing protocol, a really truly healing protocol. If somebody was unwell, there is no healing protocol that has animal in it, right? I mean, Dr. Morse said, a friend of mine just reminded me of this what he says, but like you eat a lot of fruits if you want to get well, some salad, and he goes, if you want to put a dead animal on it, that's up to you. I mean, think about it. Would a dead animal belong on this? No, it doesn't. This is organic, gorgeous, high vibe produce. Leave the animals alone. So I hope I inspire you to make more raw vegan meals. There are 1,000 videos at least up here on YouTube of inspiration on what to do with yourself and your veggies. So I'm glad I'm inspiring you. Go to my website, check out what I have there. And that's what we got. So this is very easy. I didn't even put salt, but it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to sit down and really, really sit down and chew my food, because otherwise, if you're not going to sit down and chew it properly and be easy on your digestion, then you might as well put this all in a blender, and you could, with a little water and lemon juice, and blend it and have a soup. Ain't dead. Yeah, it kind of ruins everything. I mean, you are what you eat. Do we want to be colorful? You know, we want to be gorgeous. And I will tell you, every single one of us has a right to complete health, to complete beauty, to complete vitality. And it's up to us. Like, it's not going to be in a bottle. Hopefully you see some fruit. Just remember, if you're eating fruit and you decide to go the fruity way, eat fruit for breakfast, eat fruit mid-snack, between lunch and breakfast, have fruit for lunch, and then somewhere along the line later on, have your greens. You really don't want to be having, just don't be messing around. Don't be messing around. Have a big fruit haul, not a little fruit haul. Have lots of fruit. So whenever you're hungry, it's like a retraining of the mind, and it's a retraining of the way you feel. A lot of people are so used to feeling this dense feeling after they eat, and they think there's something wrong if they don't have it, but it's not true. To me, I want to be able to go for, even when I was eating some cooked food, some quinoa and cooked asparagus and cooking the cabbage, I still felt like I could go for a walk after. I never felt like I had to go lie down. If your food is making you feel sleepy, then it's not the right food. If it's making you feel heavy after you eat it, it's not right. We want to feel really happy while we're procuring the produce. We want to choose intuitively what jumps out at us, what looks exciting. So we're happy when we're procuring the produce. We're chopping it and prepping it with love. We're eating it and we feel good. And then we want to feel as good after we eat as we do all those other times. Gary, we're sending you a lot of love. I hope you find some fruit and take care of yourself. All of you, I want you to take care of yourselves. I love you, and I want you to get your greens on. And it's going to make the world a better place, I promise. This is what we have to focus on. It's the truth. And if the whole world ate one meal like this a day, I think things would change. Used to drink lots of red wine. I don't drink anymore. That's me. Once I started eating fruit, especially between meals, I was able to easily release the taste for wine, right? Wine has a lot of sugar. You're getting the sugars. You're getting healthy sugars. So that's wonderful. Marisa, it's inspiring myself and others. I've been feeling weighted down and eating a lot of processed foods, right? So we want truth food. And you could put some olive oil in here and some vegan cream cheese, or vegan cheese, or hummus, or make it a little more decadent. So I am very, very happy I turned the camera on. And I just want to remind you, if you up your greens, you might not feel so good, and it's not the greens' fault. It's whatever came before the greens. I'll see you guys soon.